Interesting headline. I don't know. I saw from KRCG 13, a new bill has been proposed to prevent the alleged non-human behavior at Texas schools, and it has the governor's backing in Texas. House Bill 4814 is forbidding unlawful representation of role-playing in education, known as the Furries Act.
Yeah.
It was introduced officially into the Texas House of Representatives by Stan Gerdes, who's representative from the 17th District, and it lists any behavior or accessory typically displayed by a member of the Homo sapiens species is welcome.
Human beings, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Like we have to act like humans. I didn't know that this was needed, but the prohibition extends, the prohibition extends to surgical or superficial means that are non-human. Things like tails, leashes,
So this
collars.
is in schools, right? This
It's
is talking about in
preventing
schools?
it. It's to prevent this.
Kids coming in and acting like they're animals and stuff like that?
Yeah, you've heard of the like litter box stories and the
Yeah.
people dressing up like cats. Fur article animal like ears, barking, meowing, hissing, or other animal noises not indicative of human speech, licking oneself, or using the litter box. This is actually word for word for passing stool, urine, or other human byproducts. And for any educator who would be caught encouraging or supporting these tendencies will be charged with child abuse, and the school district could be fined up to $25,000. Now, I didn't know this needed to be passed into law because according to KRCG, no cases or districts had been found guilty, but this has to come from somewhere, right? Like, why would this be passed into law, and why would the governor be backing it?
Right. Well, it says there are no confirmed instances of surgical means being implemented, but there are reports of them, I'm sure. And I mean, I know this crazy stuff is going on in California, right? And
sure.
Probably Chicago, all the wacko, crazy blue cities and states and stuff like that. But I didn't realize they were having to deal with it in places like Texas and stuff like that. Kids showing up to school identifying as a dog or a cat or a, whatever. I even talked to a guy who knew of a person that identified a kid going to school as a mushroom. How do you identify as a mushroom? But this is out there, right? I mean, so unfortunately they have to do this kind of stuff apparently.
I mean, there's a reason you aren't able to gamble or drink or serve in the military and things of that nature until you're of a certain age, right?
Yeah.
It's because you're not developed in certain areas,
supposedly,
maybe to make those choices. So
can't vote until you're 18.
When
right?
you're younger, you're more influenced, you're more impersonable. It just seems crazy if we could just leave the darn kids alone.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that, up until recently, I think that has changed with President Trump and executive orders. But until then, I mean, they were letting 5-year-old kids decide whether they wanted to change their gender and have, gender surgery. And schools were not telling parents about this stuff going on. I mean, it's craziness that's out there.
Almost like you'd have to make it up for it to be real, but it's things that have been taking place. But I saw that was from KRCG and that they reported on that. And I'm like, man, in Texas, they had to put this, they're trying to get a bill passed to prevent this from happening. So there's reason there. I just found that to be crazy, but it is the day and age we're living in.
Yeah.
So